Hello, what's up? What's happening? Welcome back for yet another Models Talkers 24/7 production. Today, we have another pick'em video, baby. The playoffs, divisional round is tomorrow, kicks off tomorrow. So we gotta make our picks. Gotta talk about last week, and of course I gotta talk about 49ers because they just signed Chip Kelly. So, a lot of people have been asking me what are my thoughts on it, and I like the move. I really do. I like the move. Is he gonna lead us back to the playoffs? I don't know. Do we have to make some changes as far as quarterback? Possibly. A lot of people think that Colin Kaepernick fits his system, which is true. Do we have to get some better receivers, faster receivers? I think so. You know, our receiving core is kind of old and stuff like that. It has been embarrassing to be a Niner fan at times. Even when we had Jim Harbaugh, our offense was really never that good. And that really is embarrassing. You know what I mean? When you play a game that's on national television, you can't gain more than 20 yards passing in the quarter. Or it's on national television and you didn't pick up a first down in the second half until the fourth quarter. Or it's a big time game and you can't score a touchdown in the fourth quarter the whole season. You know what I mean? So I think with Chip Kelly, he's going to put our offense back where it should be. The 49ers from way back when are known for high-powered offense. You know, our last really good offense was way back in like 2002, 2003 when we had Jeff Garcia and T.O. Ever since then, our offense has been up and down at best. We've always had good weapons, you know, from Vernon Davis to Michael Crabtree and Quan Bolden. Now you got Torrey Smith, you know, Frank Gore in the backfield. But we never really been able to put up monster points. So I'm excited to have Chip Kelly. His offenses were in like the top, 15 his whole time in Philly. This year it fell off. But his first 2 years, they were a top 10 offense. So I'm excited for that because the Niners is bad, okay? It's real bad. Moving right along. It is time for the divisional round picks. Gotta talk about wild card weekend real quick. We went 4-0. Who a genius? This guy, now it might have something to do with the wig, so I'm gonna hold the wig. But as you can see, someone was like, oh, you're wearing that because your hairline's messed up. Brother, F you, okay? I might look old because I'm a little bit overweight. But you know what? No, I ain't got no receding hairline. I ain't LeBron James. Last week, you had the Bengals and the Steelers, and the Bengals should have won. I should have lost that prediction or whatever you want to call it. But Vontaze Burfict lost his cool. Pac-Man Jones lost his cool. And I think they have to change something in Cincinnati. I think that they have to either get players that Marvin Lewis can control, or you have to stop getting these type of players. It's got to be one or the other, or you got to find a coach that can control it. But something has to change. You can't keep on having the same players. And I'm glad Andy Dalton didn't play in this game. Or everybody would have been pointing the finger at Andy Dalton, which would have been unfair. You need to control your players, Marvin Lewis or the GM, or get new players because you can't have that. Seattle, Minnesota, we all know how that happened. Blair Walsh missed the game-winning kick. Me from the outside looking in, and being in a situation in the NFC Championship game with my 49ers versus the Giants when the dude muffed the punt and basically handed the ball and handed the game to the Giants. I see why everybody's frustrated. I see why the majority of people are blaming Blair Walsh. But you guys weren't in the game if it wasn't for Blair Walsh. He made 3 field goals. He made it a 9-7 ball game. Or 9, was it 9-0? Or was it 9? I think it was 9-0 at one point. And then they scored like 10 unanswered points. Should he have made a kick? Absolutely. But you can't blame Blair Walsh when he was your offense. Teddy Bridgewater really didn't do too much. Adrian Peterson really didn't do too much. So Blair Walsh was your offense. Did he mess up at the end? Absolutely. But hey, you know what? It's just a game. At the end of the day, it's just a game. Washington and the Packers woke up. I thought that they would. Aaron Rodgers looked good in that second half. For the Redskins, keep doing what you're doing. Stay on this course. I can't really say you guys need more weapons. Maybe another offensive lineman, maybe some defensive help and stuff like that in the draft or free agency. But the Redskins, keep doing what you're doing. Happy for my Kansas City fans because the Chiefs haven't won a playoff game in so flipping long. One thing about the Chiefs is that when they had a great defense with Derek Thomas and Neil Smith, their offense was pathetic, was just bad, was awful, especially in the playoffs. And then you had years with Tony Gonzalez and Trent Green and Priest Holmes where their offense was unstoppable, but their defense couldn't stop anything. So I'm happy for the Chiefs to win. Houston, find a quarterback and he'll be fine. Those are my picks. I picked the Chiefs, they won. I picked the Packers, they won. I picked Seattle, they won. And I picked Steelers, and they won. Now for this week, we're going to start off with the Steelers and the Broncos. One of the more intriguing matchups, I think. I feel like the Steelers have a shot, but that's only if Big Ben plays. That's only if Antonio Brown plays. If they do not play, I think it's really going to be hard for them to get a win in Mile High. Peyton Manning, who knows how the cold is going to affect him. I really didn't see a weather report, but it's going to be in Denver. It's always cold in Denver, especially this time of year. So who knows, man. But at the end of the day, I think that the Denver Broncos are going to win this one. I'm going to say it's going to be low scoring. Let's say maybe 20-17, 17-14, somewhere in that range. But I'm going to roll with the Denver Broncos. I just feel like the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're so banged up. They're coming off an emotional game. And I was watching the Tim Tebow game. And, Tim Tebow was a really bad quarterback. I was watching, they replayed it on like NFL Network or whatever. And even though he threw the game-winning pass to Thomas, the whole game, he was pretty freaking bad. Oh my gosh. We have the Chiefs and the Patriots. The Patriots, they are a little bit banged up, but it's the Patriots. It's hard to go against them. But I will, man. I'm on the Kansas City bandwagon. You could say that this is my upset of the week. I'm going to take the Chiefs over the Patriots. Remember, the Chiefs, I believe it was week 2, 3, or 4 last year where they beat the Patriots, and at that time everybody was like, oh, the Patriots dynasty is done, and then of course Patriots going to run and win the Super Bowl. But I just feel like if a team is going to do it in a divisional round, I got the Chiefs. I think their pass rush can get after Tom Brady. That offensive line is bad in New England. It is bad. Their running game is a little bit shaky as well. I know that Gronk is hurt, but he'll probably play. Elderman, I believe he's hurt as well, but he should probably play. I believe in you, Alex Smith. Get it done. Just play hard defense. Don't turn the ball over. And I'm going to be rolling with the Chiefs. Upset. Chiefs 24, Patriots 21. It is time for Seattle and Carolina. Now, a lot of people think that Seattle, they can go in and beat this team. And that probably is true. Seattle has an excellent chance at beating this team. Seattle, the last time that they played in Carolina, like the last 2 or 3 times Seattle has won that game. I'm taking the Panthers, though. I believe in Cam Newton. I think that Cam Newton, he is going to be a superstar in the divisional round. I believe he's going to do his thing. He's going to put the Panthers on his back. He's going to do work. And I really just feel like he is going to carry this team. They have a fantastic defense. And if you remember the game last week, Seattle was struggling to move the ball versus a not as good defense in Minnesota. Minnesota's defense is good. Minnesota's defense isn't great. But I'm going to go Panthers 28, Seahawks 20. Going to be a close game, but I got the Panthers, and I'm not hating on Seattle. Just because I'm a Niner fan does not mean I hate Seattle, okay? I like Seattle. I picked them last week. We have the Packers going to Arizona to take on Patrick Peterson, take on Carson Palmer and Larry Fitzgerald and those Arizona Cardinals. Now, I like Arizona in this game. I think Carson Palmer, he is going to stay upright. I feel like they're going to protect them. I feel like one thing that I noticed about the Redskins-Packers game, the Redskins receivers are getting open underneath. And when you have fast receivers like they do in Arizona, them getting underneath, that might be a problem. I don't see the Packers generating enough of a pass rush to control or to harass Carson Palmer. And that defense is a lot better than what we saw out of the Redskins. In that first half of the Redskins game, Aaron Rodgers looked a little bit shaky. The receivers weren't really getting that open. You have Adams, who's hurt. So it might just be Cobb and, who's the other receiver? Cobb and James Jones. And I'm going to take Patrick Peterson in that secondary to control those guys. So I got Arizona 31, Green Bay 24. All these games are going to be close in my opinion. So that's going to do it. That's going to wrap this one up. Chip Kelly, I like the hire. We went 4-0 last week. Our picks for this week, we had the Chiefs in the upset over the Patriots. I might be crazy, but hey, let's have some fun. Then we also got the Panthers beating the Seattle Seahawks. We got the Broncos over the Steelers. And we have the Arizona Cardinals over the Green Bay Packers. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up. Give this video a like. And I'm going to see you guys later. I hope that the rest of your day is the best of your day. And I'm out. Peace. Hot sauce.